Today we dive into the legend of Homer, the blind poet of ancient Greece, whose works like the Iliad and the Odyssey shaped Western literature, culture, and even our idea of heroism. But who was Homer really, and why does his legacy still endure? Homer's two epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, are among the earliest and most influential works in Western literature. The Iliad takes us to the bloody battleground of Troy, where legendary warriors like Achilles and Hector clash, while the Odyssey tells the tale of Odysseus's perilous journey home after the war. These stories are not just about battles or gods, they explore love, revenge, friendship, and the human condition. But Homer's importance goes far beyond just the story. These poems are filled with timeless themes, like the pursuit of honor, the wrath of gods, and the journey of self-discovery. In the Odyssey, Odysseus' return home is more than an adventure, it's a metaphor for resilience and hope, qualities still admired today. Homer's influence stretches into everything from modern literature and cinema to how we understand heroism and morality. His works have inspired countless adaptations, from the Aeneid to Star Wars. A Greek writer in the 2nd century AD named Lucian imagined meeting Homer in a satirical text. This fictional Homer told Lucian he was from the Aegean island of Chios, or perhaps from Smyrna or Colophon. While Lucian's text was tongue-in-cheek, scholars agree that Homer most likely did originate from a similar area due to the dialect in his original poems. In the 6th century BCE, a group of performing bards called themselves the Homeridae, or Children of Homer, following in the example of their predecessor. Homer's two epic poems captured the ancient world with startling levels of detail. Though his stories are fantastical, it is likely that he blended elements of mythology with historical fact, and even if his factual accounts are chronologically inaccurate, they preserve stories and memories from deep into our human history, and perhaps even as far back as the late Bronze Age. If the Trojan War was real, it was probably some 400 years before Homer wrote the Iliad and Odyssey, and perhaps even before anyone was writing stories. This suggests Homer was one of the first historians to ever exist. He took intergenerational stories that his ancestors had kept alive through oral storytelling and brought them out into the light, preserving them for the rest of history. Homer described the city of Troy with incredible detail, writing about its monumental architecture and grand palaces with lavish and floral language. Historians have compared Homer's city of Troy to the architecture of the Mycenaean Greeks, which dates from around 1200 BCE. Homer also describes temples that were being built to worship the gods, a practice that began in the 8th century BCE. Homer's poems contained moralizing messages and allegories that have survived throughout history. He has also influenced many centuries of important writers since. The Trojan horse is perhaps one of Homer's most famous allegories. The wooden horse sent into Troy secretly, containing Greek soldiers acting as a metaphor for a poison-filled gift, or an offering with conditions. Another is the story of Achilles, killed by Paris's arrow through his one only weak spot, a reminder that even the mightiest and most invincible of warriors can fall. Homer's tales are not just stories, they are windows into the human experience, shaping how we think about ourselves and our world. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient Greece, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment with your thoughts on Homer's legacy, and hit that subscribe button for more mythological deep dives. See you next time.